What is up, y'all? Wednesday night, couple things went down today, so we will get into those. The Kareem Hunt, the Cam Akers. What does that mean now for Madison? What does that mean for Akers? What does that mean for Ford? What does that mean for Hunt? One Nation. What is goody? Emil. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up, Marty? What is good? What is good? So yeah, I mean, a lot happened today. Is Burrow going to play on Monday? What's going on with Burrow? Is that going to linger on the whole season? There's a lot of shit that's happening. Running back after running back, obviously getting injured, just sucks to see. But what can we do? So I guess let's talk about. Emil says super hard to trade away Garrett Wilson. Yeah, it's hard to trade away Garrett Wilson right now. Any wide receiver two really is probably all you're gonna get, if even that. If even that. Like it might even be hard to get a DJ Moore like for Garrett Wilson right now. And I know the Bears offense hasn't looked good, but I mean over 100 yards for DJ last game. Looks like they are going to be, trying to get him the ball as they should, but it's rough. You're gonna get pennies, you're gonna get pennies on the dollar. Nobody really wants them. So you might just have to hold them unless you're willing to give them up for cheap. Do you need a running back maybe? It's tough because where we drafted Garrett Wilson, we drafted him so high that like it's such a loss to kind of take a running back equivalent to what you can get for Garrett Wilson right now. So let me see who's out there. Let's take a look. I mean, you can't get like a James Conner. I mean, I don't know if you could even get that right now. Rashard White, maybe. If you're looking at wide receivers, I mean, DK. I don't even know if whoever has DK would want to even give him up for Garrett Wilson. Terry McLaurin. I mean, at that point, you might as well just hold on to Wilson. He's got upside. He does have upside. It's just, it is just capped a little bit. It's limited. Should I trade Marquise Brown for DeAndre Hopkins? Uh, I mean, I would rather have Hopkins, but Hopkins is an older guy. That offense looks absolutely horrible. But he got peppered with targets the first game. Last game, I mean, only 60% snap share. Obviously, he hurt his ankle. So that's the scary part about DeAndre Hopkins is, with the ankle, being that he's an older player, is that something that's going to linger on? I'm not sure. But at the same time, I mean, let me look up Hollywood real quick. Like, what is Hollywood really going to give you? Is Kyler Murray actually going to be coming back? Um, let's see, 54. Like I don't see like unless Kyler Murray comes back, like Brown is not going to be good. So yeah, I'd rather have Hopkins. And it is more of a risk, but it is like more upside too. So given that, like give me Hopkins. Give me Hopkins. It's actually closer than you really think. Baby Santa, what's good, my guy? Just got offered CD for James Cook and Mike Williams. Half PPR, you taking it? Yeah, I'm taking CD. I'm taking CD there. I'll take him over James Cook and Mike Williams, and I do like James Cook. He's awesome running back, but for CD, yeah, give me CD there. Absolutely, let's go get CD. One Nation traded a second for Jerome Ford. Okay, would you hold on to Ford in case of injury, or flip him now while he's hot? I also own Hunt. Maybe I can flip both or just hold. I don't know realistically what you're going to get Hunt because that whole situation. Like I think Ford is the guy. Like I don't think Hunt is coming in there taking half of the carries or half of the snaps. Hunt will be a little bit change of pace and he'll get some work, but Jerome Ford is, I think, is at least going to be the main guy. So you have him in Dynasty. You bought him for a second. What's your situation, One Nation? Are we contending right now? Are you kind of middle of the pack, or are you? I would guess you're not rebuilding if you spent a second on Jerome Ford, but let me know. So yeah, if you're contending, then I would just hold him just in case you get some injuries or you need to plug in somebody at running back. You know what? You can't really flip them for more than a second right now. I don't think anybody's paying more than a second. Can you flip them for a young, maybe wide receiver on a team that's contending, maybe that needs a running back, like a somebody that's not producing at the moment, like a Jonathan Mingo, a Josh Downs, like one of those guys, maybe. If you could even get that, like it all depends on how people are taking this Hunt situation. There's a lot of people that are like, okay, he's going to come in and he's going to take half the work, and there's a lot of people that are like me, where we think Jerome Ford is still going to be the guy. So you guys, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Hunt is going to be actually taking a ton of carries or be splitting this backfield with Jerome Ford? Yeah, no problem, baby Santa. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you always. Ethan, what's up, Ethan? I've been busy with trades since last week. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Let me know. Let me know what's going on. 10 team PPR: Lamar, McCaffrey, Stevenson, Wilson, Keenan, Henry, Higgins, bench, Pitts, McLaurin, Marquise Brown, Elijah Moore, Moss, Roshan, and Ford. Starts and trades. Let's see what we got. Caffrey, Stevenson, Wilson, Keenan. You got Henry, you got Higgins. I mean, I love the starting lineup. Lamar, McCaffrey, Stevenson, Keenan, Higgins, Wilson. You got Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry at tight end there. You got McLaurin on the bench. Pitts, Marquise Brown, Elijah Moore. You got Moss, and you got Roshan and Ford. All right, so you're in pretty good shape here. Can you move a Ford, or can you move Roshan and then Elijah Moore or Marquise Brown or a Terry McLaurin and try and get either a better running back or a better wide receiver, basically, kind of. And that's basically for the bench, because you're pretty fine with the starting lineup. There's not much to increase on, except maybe you can say Garrett Wilson, just kind of with the upside a little bit capped, but or do you trade Garrett Wilson and Roshan, or Garrett Wilson and Ford? So my suggestion would be find a team that needs a running back that can use a Roshan or a Ford. The running back market is bad right now. There's a lot of injuries. Find a team that needs a running back and see if you can use that. I can probably give you a couple different players to look at, but it doesn't matter really. More importantly, it matters like who needs a running back right now, because that's going to be that's whoever's on that team, whatever wide receivers on that team is the guy that you're going to try and go get. So who needs a running back, and or who needs wide receivers? Maybe you can do a Wilson, McLaurin. Elijah Moore has gotten a lot of targets, but he hasn't really converted on those. So I'm not sure how people really feel yet about Elijah Moore. Nobody's really on him yet. One Nation says you're contending. Okay, yeah. So if you're contending, then I'm just going to hold him for now. I'm just going to hold him for now, because you might need him. You might need him. You always could use some backup running back. So Nikki, what's up, Nikki? If they wanted Hunt to be back up to Chubb, they would have signed him. Exactly. Hunt is a struggle off the shoulder. It's a guy that will be back to the waiver sooner than you think. I know. I don't believe in Kareem Hunt. There's a reason why he was a free agent. There's a reason why they didn't bring him back. There's a reason why nobody has signed him yet, when multiple teams need running backs, especially after injuries happen. So yeah, I'm not worried about Hunt for Ford. I think, like I said, he'll get a little bit of limited work, but Ford, I think, is still going to be the main guy. I've been hearing Hunt is going to be the goal line guy and Ford will play more snaps. Yeah. I mean, we don't know. We're all kind of guessing. We're all speculating. Who's going to get the goal line work? Maybe Hunt gets the goal line work. I don't know. Maybe Ford gets everything else. we don't really know yet, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But I mean, we don't need a goal line guy if Ford is, running 70-yard running for 70-yard tutties. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like, by no means am I saying that I think Ford is like an RB1. Like, I'm not saying that. He's not coming in and being Nick Chubb for this team. No. I think he'll be a solid RB2 at least, Emil, what up, brother? If Monty doesn't play this weekend, who we starting? Reynolds or Zonovan Knight? We're not starting Zonovan Knight. He just got there. Reynolds is a guy that's been there. He knows the system. Like, I don't think Reynolds is going to go crazy or get a ton of work. I do think Gibbs is going to get a lot more work this game, but Reynolds will get a little bit of work. I'm not comfortable starting him, but if you have no choice, then yeah, it's definitely going to be Reynolds overnight for sure. Albert, what up, Albert? Appreciate you, bro. Caleb, what up? There he is. Have a good stream. We need to do a stream together this off season. In season has been crazy for me. Yeah, man. We definitely got to get together one of these days. My whole off season, even now, I mean, life is a little bit crazy, but I try and just get on as much as I can. Don't have time to do a bunch of editing, so I just do a lot more lives. Just get out there, do a lot more lives. But yeah, Caleb, let me know. Hit me up. We'll do something for sure. For sure. And let's talk about Cam Akers, right? What's Cam Akers, traded to the Vikings. Obviously there was a connection there with O'Connell. Madison, the Vikings offensive line. I mean, it's been horrible altogether. We've also been down a lot, so we haven't had a chance to run the football. And when we do, there's just no holes, no lanes. I mean, I think we kind of expected Madison to be a kind of back endish, maybe mid RB2 just in general. But now Akers goes over there and he's not going to get as much work right away, but maybe they do 50-50. Maybe Madison is taking the pass catching down work. And they're splitting first and second down work. I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't think, Cam Akers is a guy you need to go out and get right now. And he's going to have this resurgence or he's the Vikings RB of the future. That's not happening. I think we've seen good and bad out of Cam Akers. They tried to trade him last year. Nobody wanted him. So they had to keep him. And then McVay came up with this whole story that he's going to be heavily involved in the offense. And a lot of people fell for it. But, as most of you know, whoever follows me or follows me in the offseason, you would not have touched Cam Akers. So it is what it is. I'm not a believer in Cam Akers. And Madison is going to be, an RB3-ish, barely, maybe a flex play at best. At best. But I don't think, he's coming in and taking a bunch of work. There you go, Vite Queen. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Absolutely. One Nation. Dynasty 12 team Superflex full PPR. We've got a start one and flex two. Okay, so we got three all together. Ayuk, Mike Williams, Godwin, Judy, Shaheed, Josh Reynolds, Tony, and Ford. Okay, so we could probably eliminate Shaheed from this conversation. Judy's tough. He's got a good matchup, but we kind of wanted to see a lot more last game. Mike Williams is beast. Ayuk is hurt, so let's remove Ayuk with the injury. Let's see. I want to say Mike Williams, Josh Reynolds, and Godwin would be my favorite here. Let me look at who some of these guys are playing, especially with Amon-Ra with the turf toe. I do like Josh Reynolds this week. Let's see who the 49ers got here. Yeah, 49ers got the Giants. And you got to keep an eye on Ayuk because I know he was dealing with some kind of sprain or something, AC or whatever it was. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go Mike Will. If Amon-Ra doesn't play, definitely Josh Reynolds. It's so hard to trust Judy, but I actually do like him this week. Going against the Dolphins. All right, give me Judy, Mike Will, and Josh Reynolds. If and then just keep an eye on Ayuk. You know, you can substitute Ayuk maybe for Josh Reynolds if. Oh, actually, no, they play tomorrow, so you can't do that. Yeah, let's do it. Mike Will, Judy, and Josh Reynolds. If Amon Ra plays, maybe you can go Godwin, but I think those will be my three. Those would be my three. Nikki, I bought low on Akers when he got injured 2 years ago. Been waiting for this moment. Well, I mean, to be fair, I would say probably the perfect moment was like before the season when the whole report came out with Sean McVay saying that Akers is going to be heavily involved. Should I start Nico Collins, Dalvin Cook, Reynolds, Hunter Henry, or Pierce for flex? Should I start Mostert, Pierce, or Moss, or Cook for RB pick two? Okay, so we got to pick two of those. Should I start Nico Collins, Dalvin Cook, Reynolds, Hunter Henry, or Pierce for flex? So we need to pick one of those guys. We're not throwing a tight end in the flex. I don't care unless he's Travis Kelsey. He's not going in the flex. Dalvin Cook, you can eliminate. It's got to be Nico Collins. It's got to be Nico Collins. I mean, what Nico Collins has done so far. I mean, he's wide receiver 7. You have to play Nico Collins out of those guys. So we're going with Nico there for the flex. And should I start Mostert, Pierce, Moss, or Cook? For RB, we got to pick two. Mostert is a must start. He's been on a tear. Does he continue this the whole season? I don't know. We got to hope that he stays healthy. He's a little older running back. Um, let's look at Pierce and Moss. Who are they playing here? So Moss has got the Ravens, and Pierce has got the Jags. I just I don't love Pierce. Give me Moss and Mostert. Give me Moss and Mostert. Foot legends. Akers will be legit flex play by week 5. He could be. He could be. He could be. I'm just not taking that. I'm not taking that chance. I mean, him and Madison, maybe both of them could be some kind of flex plays, but until we see what's going on, I mean, you're not going to be able to play him. Not going to be able to play him for now. I think it'll be a true kind of like split. But who's going to get the goal line work? Who's going to get the pass catching work? I would guess Madison gets the pass catching work, but we'll see. We'll see. Taco, would you trade Waddle and Kyron for Cup and Gibbs? Waddle and Kyron for Cup and Gibbs. I have Eckler, Jones, Kyron, Jerome Ford, Kelly, AJ Dillon for running backs. Okay, look good there. AJ Brown, Nico Collins, Judy, and Michael Thomas for wide receiver. As much as I love Gibbs, obviously Cup is a risk. I mean, Kyron is like RB2 right now. They just traded away Akers. Like, there's nobody else there. Waddle's a buy low for me because he's been solid without even having like any boom games. If you want to, if you think Gibbs is going to come along and you think Cup is going to come back and he's going to be okay and play the whole season, then I would make this trade if you want to go with the risk reward of Cup. If not, then I'm just staying with Waddle and Kyron. I've just been off of Cup this year. It's just tough, and he can absolutely be fine and play the rest of the season and be an absolute beast. So, depending on what you feel here, if you want to play it safe, stay with Waddle and Kyron. If you want the upside, you can go with Cup and Gibbs. But again, Kyron's been, I mean, RB2, and Waddle will be fine. Mega Brick, what up, Mega Brick? Nice to see you. Nice to see you, man. Vite Queen said a lot of Akers props seems to be personal or personnel or personal related. Yeah, maybe a change of environment would be more productive. O'Connell knows him well enough to bring him in. Yeah, I mean, and that's exactly why they did bring him in because they know him. So I mean, absolutely. Sometimes a change of environment definitely can help out. But, what is it? It's got to be his attitude though too. I mean, that's another thing. But now again, coming to the new environment, a new team. I mean, he should be shutting his mouth and trying to learn everything, and help our team win. We're 0-2. I mean, we need some help in the RB room. We need O line help. We need defense. We need a lot of things. We need a lot of things. Mhm. But yeah, Ethan, what up, Ethan? Appreciate your help. Got it. Yeah, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Go do your thing. Come through anytime. Yeah, for Minnesota, definitely a low risk. Definitely a low risk. We need some, we need some backup. Bought him to practically nothing. Yeah, I mean, exactly, exactly. And that's the mindset of it. Why we brought him in. We have nothing to lose. We know him. The coach, coach knows him, is comfortable with him. So absolutely, man. Absolutely. I just don't think he's gonna come in and be, any kind of RB1 or even RB2, with Madison healthy, unless an injury happens. I think they'll be splitting, but we'll see. I mean, we're throwing the ball a ton. We shall see. Full PPR start one. All right. Tutu Dotson, Breida, AJ Dillon. Also full PPR. Higby or Komet. Higby's been trash. Komet is like my secret tight end. That you can tier down to from any other tight end if you need. But Komet's going to be a top 10 tight end regardless. So just play Komet there. And if you got to start one in the flex, I mean, how can it not be Tutu? I mean, I wasn't a big Tutu guy, and I'm still not, but situation has put him in a very good position, and Stafford has been slinging it. Stafford's okay. The arm looks great. He's throwing the football well. So give me Tutu here over all these other guys. We're not playing Breida. AJ Dillon without Aaron Jones just looked trash. Dotson hasn't done well. So yeah, give me Tutu. Give me Tutu. Tutu very quietly is wide receiver 24. Jamie, what's good, Jamie? What's up, Steve? We've been missing y'all lives, but always catch the rerun. Yeah, appreciate you always watching and tuning in, Jamie. You already know. You already know. Foot Legend said he made a mistake by not starting Nico. All right, you still won by 30. That's fine. Started Kelly. Yeah, listen, a lot of us started Kelly. A lot of us started Kelly. I mean, how could you not, right? Everything was kind of aligned. It just didn't work out for this week, but he did get the carries. He just didn't turn them into anything. So the Giants D, oof, yeah. Yeah, that's rough. I knew we couldn't trust the Giants. I fucking knew it. It seemed like such a good play going against the Cardinals, Giants D, and they just got thrashed early and then decided to come along in the second half. But do you feel confident in Dallas this week? I'm all in on them, starting Dallas D, Aubrey and Dak. Who's Dallas? Who's Dallas got? Yeah, Dallas has got the Cardinals. I mean, of course you're confident in Dallas D every week. I mean, you've seen what they've done so far, and especially against Arizona. Yeah, starting Dallas defense, Aubrey and Dak. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine starting those, man. You're fine. What's your outlook on Waddle's return? Well, I mean, it's still kind of early, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. And if there is a chance that he misses, you've got Barrios and Traycraft or Crocraft, however you say it. I mean, I'm sure you've got some better options than any of those guys. This could be a game cheetah sees like 20 targets if Waddle doesn't play. So I wouldn't be playing any of those guys in Waddle's place. There's got to be somebody else out there that could be a better that could be better. Although I do like Braxton Berrios, but no. And hopefully Waddle's okay, but we'll see. Just kind of keep an eye on it. And what's your other options, Mega Brick? What's your other options to put in other than whoever Braxton Berrios and Craycraft? What are the other options there? Yeah, Gibbs is a perfect opportunity to buy. I mean, when we play Dynasty, like we know that these rookies, especially, they take a little bit of time to do things, to actually get a ton of work. I mean, don't forget these guys are coming from college. They never played an NFL season before. The NFL season is much more longer and brutal. Um, than it is the college season. So, they ease these guys in so they don't kill them. I mean, these guys are rookies coming in. They have them for the next 4 years. It's not like any of these veteran situations. Like these are rookies. They have them for 4 years, so they don't want to kill them. Um, but yeah, Gibbs is a perfect opportunity to buy low right now. We've been very spoiled with rookies lately, right? These wide receivers, JJ Chase. I mean, Addison. Um, all these guys that are coming out and producing right away, and that's not normal. Like we haven't seen that a ton before. That's just very recent that this has been happening. But typically rookies don't do much in their rookie season. Drake London had what, less than 900 yards last year. If he would have did that 5 years ago, he would be the second coming we'd be talking about. And of course all of us do love Drake London, but it's just a little bit different nowadays where some of these guys really start producing, right out the gate. But I think we're fine with Gibbs. I don't think it's anything to worry about. And the people that are worried, that you just take advantage. Just take advantage. This is not redraft. We're talking about the long run, for Dynasty. So Jay says, smash that like button for your content creator. He's out here daily giving news and advice. Yep, absolutely. Appreciate you, Jay. Appreciate you, Jay. What's goody? What's goody, Jay? Caddy, what wide receiver you think I can get for Puka and Mostert? Kind of worrying heavy having Puka as my wide receiver one in an 8-man. I mean, any top 10 guy. I mean, can you go get Chase? Right? I mean, Puka and Mostert. Mostert's been solid too. But yeah, in an 8-man, you gotta aim for the fences. I mean, can you get Chase? There's no way you're getting CD. I mean, you got to get somebody that people are a little bit down on. Like, do you take the chance and go and get Chase, or do you just keep Puka? I mean, as long as Cup's not playing, Puka's a wide receiver one. Like that, we're not. That's not an issue. When Cup comes back, what is Puka? Is he a wide receiver two at that point? Because they can both kind of coexist, especially with Stafford playing the way that he is. So honestly, I might keep Puka, Caddy, unless you can get a Jamar Chase. And you're talking about an 8-man league, so you've got to get a Jamar Chase, a Tyreek Hill, and nobody's giving those guys up for Puka and Mostert. Like, you know, that's the problem. And if you don't, and if it's not Chase, then you've got to kind of go down the barrel like more. I mean, Ridley, it's got to be at least a top 12, a wide receiver one you need to be getting if you're going to move off, of that. I mean, play Puka until Cup comes back. What's your situation? I mean, are you 0-2 right now? Like, what are you looking at? Gibbs is Dynasty RB like 3 or 4 right now. I mean, he's definitely top 5. Absolutely. Berkeley went down for me, so start one. Breida Hall, Mostert, Pacheco, Mostert. Easily. I mean, I love Brees, but I think until we can see him, consistently get a ton of carries, I mean, you got to play Mostert. Mostert's balling. Told everyone to sit Kelly, and they called me a moron. Yeah, I mean, obviously it depends on who your options were, but I think we were all on Kelly, and not that I think he's the next, he's this great running back, but just was opportunity, right? You're talking about opportunity. You're talking about a ton of work on a good offense. It just didn't work out. I mean, he got the carries, but it is what it is. Yeah, Titans defense. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the other thing. It's like sometimes we can't always, I like who the player is playing against, like, yes, it matters, but sometimes we look too hard into it. If it's a stud, if they're a stud, they're a stud. You're playing them all the time, right? Um, I mean, I actually sat in one league. I sat in one league, but after we heard the news, that Akers was not going to be active, it was like, all right, you almost had to play Kyron almost at that point. Brandon, what's up, Brandon? Full PPR league. Would you trade Jacobs and Ayuk for Diggs? Yeah, give me Diggs. Absolutely. I've been off of Jacobs. He hasn't looked good, but he's getting a ton of work. I do think he bounces back, but yeah, I mean, give me Diggs. Give me Diggs, a safer option. Ayuk's kind of going to be up and down. We got a lot of guys over there. I do still like Ayuk, but yeah, give me Diggs in that situation, Brandon. Absolutely. Appreciate everybody in here in the chat, guys. Smash that like for me. Smash that subscribe if you're new. Throw all your questions in the chat and I will get to it. Caddy said he's 1-1. Okay. Only offer I got involving Puka was the Allen plus Puka. Is it Josh Allen? Josh Allen and Puka for Burrow Chase? Yeah. That's a tough one with the injury. I don't know if you want to put yourself at that. Do you want to put yourself in that risk? You know, if Burrow was healthy, I mean, you could automatically do that. But I mean, you got still a top 10-ish wide receiver and a top quarterback. So you're all right. Ray, what's up, Ray? Trade Monty, DK, and Moss and Hunt for Aaron Jones, Keenan Allen, and Akers. Monty, DK, Moss, and Hunt. Aaron Jones, Keenan Allen, and Akers. Aaron Jones, Keenan Allen, and Akers. Yeah, give me Jones, Allen, and Akers. I know Jones is dealing with the hammy. Keenan Allen is a little bit of an older guy, and Akers. I mean, I don't know what we're really going to get out of Akers, but I do like Aaron Jones and Keenan Allen over Monty and DK. I think. Yeah, give me the Keenan standard. Also included Christian Kirk. Ooh, in different. Oh, okay. In different trade included Christian Kirk giving away different trade, or would Kirk be a little too much added? Yeah, I'm not. I'm not adding. No, we're not adding Kirk to it. Kirk is going to be a solid wide receiver. If you're adding Kirk, I mean, you might have to shoot higher than Keenan. I mean, Keenan Allen's been awesome lately. He's just a little bit older. He's not going to be wide receiver 5, I don't think, the whole season. He should still be top 12, but yeah, I wouldn't add more to it. I think it's pretty fair trade, where it's at. Can you go get Jalen Waddle? I mean, who's a little cheap right now. He hasn't gone off yet. I know he's got the concussion issue, but yeah, Christian Kirk would be too much. I don't like adding Christian Kirk to it, Ray. Eagles D versus Bucks, Jaguars, Texans, Ravens, Colts. Um, These Jaguars would make the most sense. I might just have to go Eagles here. Might just have to go Eagles. They're gonna be solid regardless. You could go Ravens as well. I mean, like any of these really you can go, but give me the Eagles. Lost Chubb and Barkley. So trades a must to do at the moment. Also had Jamal Williams hurt, dropped him, dropped Perrine for more roster space. Monty is hurt, but could be back next week again. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I get it. I don't know how much that helps. Like, I don't want. I like it because of the Keenan side, and he's like the highest, you could say, best player in the trade. But I'm not going to add Kirk to it. No, I'm not going to add Kirk to it. Appreciate you, Ray. Appreciate you. Caddy, I really liked Akers when the Rams first got him. A lot of people did. After that torn Achilles, has never been the same. No, I mean he's had some flashes where he's looked good, but I mean, we saw him get in the doghouse last year. We saw them try to trade him and then couldn't trade him, so they had no choice but to keep him. And that was my worry this year was like, they don't like Akers. They don't like him. They tried to trade him. That was my thing, is they tried to openly trade him last season and nobody wanted him. So they had no choice. They were stuck with him. And I just didn't think he was that good. Um, but yeah, I would have accepted the deal with Burrow and Chase, but the injury is just yeah, I feel you. Already have enough injuries on my squad. Don't need to deal with any more right now. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're 1-1. I mean, do you think you have a shot? I mean, maybe you do make that trade next week or something like that. If you need the upside, check out my trade I made today. Tell me what you think. All right, what we got? Defending champ. Okay, traded away Stroud, Howell, and a 2024 first. Stroud, Howell, and a first for Justin Herbert and Algier. Lost Chubb, so I'm rolling with Brees, ETN, and Swift. My QBs are now Herbert, T. Law, and Golf. Yeah, I love it. I mean, you traded Stroud and a first after Stroud just threw for, what is it, 47 times for, whatever the yardage was. But yeah, give me Herbie for the long run. You didn't even spend that much. I mean, Howell and Algier are both probably worth a second, so that kind of almost cancels out. So Stroud and 24 first for Justin Herbert. Yeah, give me Herbert. Give me Herbert all day, Jamie. I like it. I like the trade. I do DK for Waddle. Yeah, I do DK for Waddle. Do that. Give me Waddle. I like Waddle as a buy low right now. I like him. Front back gamer, what up? What's up, man? I have Brian Robinson. Oh, my bad. Hold on. I'm in a 12 team, half PPR, 5-man keeper, Dynasty League. Should I trade James Cook for Rashard White in his first? I have Brian Robinson, Algier, and Pierce. Well, what is your situation first off? Are you rebuilding? I mean, are you a last place team? Are you a first place team? Are you a middle of the pack? Like, how good is your team right now? And who's first? The first that you're getting, is that going to be late? Is it going to be early? Is it going to be mid? And I know it's kind of early, and you might not know off the bat, but sometimes you can just look at the team and kind of know. Like, what is the process for this trade, right? What are you thinking here, right? Why do we want to get Rashad White in the first? Are we just trying to tear down, get some extra assets? So we're going, taking White in the first. If you're like a middle of the pack team, you don't think you're going to win, like perfect. Let me tear down to Rashad White. Let me pick up the first. Let me know what's the situation there. Trill, what's up, Trill? Start 2 full PPR. Puka, Mostert, White, Flowers, Kyron, London. Ooh, this is it's gotta be Puka. There's no way we're sending Puka. So it's gonna be Puka, and then it's probably gonna be either Mostert or, well, it is going to be either Mostert or Kyron Williams for me. Let's see. Mostert's got the Broncos, and then you've got Byron, I guess the Bengals. It's tough to choose between the two because they're both top 5 backs right now. You got whichever one you like more, you're gonna have to choose whichever one you like more. Give me Kyron though with the pass catching, I guess as well. That's tough. Give me Kyron right now, but you could go either way. You could go either way. My bad. I read that one already. Jared Pierce. Yeah, back to back. Let's do it. That back to back. Let's go, Jamie. DS, what up, DS? My guy's on Facebook today. Spam Jerome Ford for early 24 second, 1 QB, currently stacked at running back. That's perfect. Was only able to sell one of my 5 shares. Okay, you got one of them. Sold Moss for 2/3. I'll take it. In a tri-flex, wouldn't even be able to start these guys. Bank the triple flex. Okay, wouldn't even be. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I've got Ford pretty much everywhere, like more than half my leagues. My problem is I pretty much could use them in all these leagues, in all of my leagues, as of right now. But yeah, if you can get a second for Jerome Ford, especially an early second, yeah, give me that. Tingley, what up, Tingley? Thoughts on this trade? I needed RBs bad. Yeah, most of us do. Most of us do, man. Wilson and Kelly for Kamara and Herbert. Mm, I actually don't love this trade. I don't love it because I think Roshan is going to start getting a lot more work. I was never really a fan of Herbert. Kamara coming back from the injury. I do like that. It's not bad, but what's the rest of the team look like? What are your wide receivers looking like? It's not bad. I know it's rough out there, in the running back market, so kind of got to get who you can. But yeah, who's your wide receivers? Are you going to be okay at wide receivers? So, oh, you have Roshan already. Okay, okay. So, okay. So that's not bad. You're basically just swapping Kelly and Herbert, and then it's basically Garrett Wilson for Kamara. Then, I mean, if you're okay after getting rid of Garrett Wilson at the wide receiver position, then fine. Don't love it, but it'll do. It'll do, man. It'll do. Here's my team. All right, let's check it out. Let's check it out front back. 5 keeper dynasty. Oh, okay. You have wide receiver. Okay, okay. So you've got wide receivers. You've got Devonta. You've got Puka, Amari, Dotson, London, Flowers. Okay, that makes sense then. That makes sense then. You were able to be able to give that up. With the wide receivers you have. So yeah, I guess I'm fine with that. I'll take it. I'll take it, Tingley. I'll take it. But yeah, who out here is like 0-2? Who's 0-2 right now? Who needs to shake shit up? Like, throw your team in the chat. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Let's try and shake some shit up, man. Captain Joe King, what's up? Loving the stream. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to Captain. We got a new subscriber in the house. Everybody in the chat, welcome him. Kind of dumb question. That's no dumb questions. All good. Should I trade my Dallas D for Kyron Williams? I don't know. I'm just starstruck by the amount of points the defenses give me. Yeah, I mean, the thing about Dallas D is they could probably continue doing that for you. But yeah, if you're in desperate need of a running back, I mean, I guess I'd be okay with it. Kyron is RB2 right now. So if you have a backup defense, or if you're just gonna stream it and the rest of your team is solid, then yeah, give me Kyron. That's fine. I know they've been that defense has been nuts right now, but did you watch the Destination and Chill stream, running back reckoning with Scott? No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that yet. Have me a lot to think about. I have a lot of zero RB teams where I'm waiting to see if I should push in my multiple firsts. Now I don't even want to buy RBs at all. Yeah, no, I haven't seen the stream. I usually watch a lot of Scott stuff. I've been emailing him a little bit back and forth, just kind of picking his brain a little bit. But yeah, it's tough for running backs. I love to play that way. I'm all zero RB, especially in Dynasty. And typically when it's time, you try and push those chips in, like you're saying, with your first, and start buying some guys. But do you even want to buy running backs at all? I mean, I'll definitely check out the show, but it's hard out here. I don't want to buy running backs anymore. I mean, in one of my dynasties, I've lost Javante, I've lost JK, I lost Chubb. So I'm almost like just done with it. It's like, God damn, man. And you spend your assets to go and get these guys, and then they're just done. Send a trade DK for Waddle. All right. Wide receivers will be Olave and Waddle if I get them, along with Kirk and Watson. Yeah, I think that's you'll be fine there. You'll be fine there. I like it, Ray. I like it, Ray. Johnny, what up, Johnny? You'll probably roll your eyes at this one. No, all good, all good. Had to drop Damian Pierce. I don't like Pierce, so that's fine. I'm not rolling my eyes at that. I was never a Pierce guy, but started him 2 weeks in a row and he sucked. Yes, 0-2 facing Purple Crying. Well, I mean, who'd you pick up for him? I mean, I don't know if I necessarily say it was okay to drop him, depending who you picked up for him. Um, or maybe you can trade him. People still like the name. People might think he might bounce back, but if you're 0-2, I mean, it's time to kind of shake shit up, maybe. Maybe make a trade, or like, what is the issue? Like, you're 0-2. Why? Is it because your guys aren't producing? Is it because you just played the wrong team that week? I mean, I'm in a few of my leagues where I'm 1-1 or even 0-2 in one of my leagues. I just went against the worst opponents for those 2 weeks, and I would have beat most of the other teams in the league if I didn't play those guys. So it kind of depends. It's still early where, you might get off to a bad start just because you're just playing the wrong teams. Having that RB2 is a must thing to do. So I also did the trade I said from earlier. Okay, okay, that's fine. That's fine. You got Aaron and Keenan. That's fine, man. Or including Akers as well. All of these are separated. Mhm. Akers as well. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, right? Do you think shape up the squad, and you don't have to be done there. You can keep making moves. You can keep making moves. Think 2 steps ahead. Johnny said Hurts, ETN, Mostert, Monty, Swift, Gainwell. Okay. And Hunt, Lamb, Adams, Myers, Mike Will, and Christian Watson. Tough with Watson, dude. Yeah, yeah, it's tough with Watson. He's hurt. I mean, you don't want to give up Lamb, but can you move Adams? I mean, Myers had a sick game that first week. Adams, Myers, and Mike Will. I mean, can we use a combination of those guys to try and tear up? Maybe Christian Watson. I mean, we haven't seen love with Christian Watson yet. So some people might be really excited for Christian Watson when he comes back. Can we take advantage of that maybe, and go get a Waddle? Chase, people are upset with Chase. They don't know what's happening there. So we can take some chances here. You know, s- See who is available. Inquire about Chase. Inquire about Waddle. Inquire about AJ Brown. These are I dropped a video today about those three guys, to buy those three guys right now, where people are upset, especially for 0-2 teams. So that would be an option to try and do there. What's up, Mister Redraft? Half PPR, half CMC. Wondering if I should trade Sanders and Swift. Sanders and Swift to get JT. Wide receivers are AJ, Higgins, and Ayuk. My only issue with JT is that if he doesn't get traded, I don't know the possibility of him playing more than 6 games, how high that possibility is. That's my biggest thing with JT, is if he doesn't get traded, is he going to play more than the 6 games? There's no reason to, unless the team's in the playoff hunt or something. He's got no incentive to. He didn't, have any incentives or sign the, like. I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing that worries me about JT. Um, if you're 0-2, fuck it. I'll take the chance. Give up Sanders, sell Swift high, and go with JT if you want. That'll be fine. It just depends how you feeling. With JT, man. 1-1. I have Josh Allen at QB. I have James Cook, Brian Robinson, Algier, and Pierce. Okay, wide receivers are Adams, Olave, Mike Will, Kincaid, New Orleans D, and Patterson as kicker. Mike Will, Kincaid. Yeah, I mean, you got a nice squad. James Cook, Brian Robinson. These guys are playing well. These guys are playing well. So I don't know if necessarily there's any glaring moves to make. I mean, can you sell high on Brian Robinson and try and pick up? Can you go get Gibbs for like a B Rob and Algier? Like, I don't know. You can try streaming tight ends each week. I mean, that's fine. Got Higby right now. Now Higby, get Higby out of there. PPR could have picked up Williams, but my bro-in-law got him. I don't want to trade. Yeah, it is what it is. Go get Cole Kmet if he's available. Like, you could either stream or just pick one and play him every week. It's not going to be much of a difference. Wooler versus San Fran or Henry versus the Jets. I mean, San Fran just gave up some passing yardage. I mean, Jets are a tough defense, but Henry has been doing his thing. Let me pull up Hunter Henry right quick. Yeah, I mean, 6 targets, 7 targets, touchdown in both of those games. Then you had Waller go, 8 targets on 6 catches. Mm, that's a tough one. I want to say Waller for the upside. Henry maybe to play it safe. There's nobody else on that Giants team, so as long as Waller is healthy, I feel comfortable with Waller. But yeah, you can really go either way. Give me Waller though. A good place to be. Yep. Appreciate y'all. RGQ San Fran is 21st. Jets 7 most points, 2 tight ends. Nervous with San Fran. I mean, everybody was nervous with San Fran D with the against the Rams with Puka and Kyron Williams. That did not matter. Also concerned Hunter Henry target share. Yeah, I mean those are all things to look at as well. So the really good points. RGQ. I'm gonna go with Darren Waller just because of the upside that he possesses, and just nobody else on that team really that can catch the football. So yeah, I think I'll go with Waller. For that reason. For that reason. Even though you bring up some great points there. 0-2 because I played the wrong. Yeah, I mean sometimes that happens, man. Sometimes that happens. I put up like 170 last week, and my opponent put up 180. So it's just I would have won against anybody else, but sometimes things like that happen. Would have won my first game if Garrett Wilson never caught that last minute TD. Then this past week had Mostert Swift on my bench. Oof. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough, Johnny, but that's okay. That's okay. Nobody in my league wants to trade. Looking at upgrading running backs, Jacobs. Nobody wants to deal and trade. I hate leagues like that. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really you can do about it, but there's got to be maybe somebody that wants to trade. If not, then kind of have to roll with what you have. But once things start falling apart for people, people will be more open to trading. You know. Thanks for the response, man. Love the content. Appreciate you, Mister. Appreciate you coming in here. Just smash that like for me. Smash that subscribe, guys, if you're new. Throw all your questions in the chat. I will get to them all. Appreciate y'all. Should I move Cook for White and a first? I think I answered that before. Did you say you were contending or not? Maybe I missed it. My bad. Front back. I'm 1-1. Josh Allen, Cook, Brian Robinson, Olave, Mike Williams. You got Adams. All right, so this is the Dynasty team, right? Adams. Yeah, okay, that's the team. Do you think you have a chance to win front back? If you have a chance to win, maybe you hold Cook, but White in the first sounds good. I mean, it's not technically a dynasty, it's like a 5 keeper dynasty or whatever you said. So like how valuable is that first gonna be? I think that's the real question. I'm fine doing it if you're looking at towards next year, but if you're trying to win it this year, you might want to just hold on to Cook. Vals, what up, Vals? Appreciate you, man. It's been a while. It's been a while. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for helping me, fam. Sent 3 trades in total, maybe a fourth one soon. Hopefully, one of these gets accepted. Yeah, man. And let me know. I'm pretty much on every night except for the game nights, like Thursdays, Sundays, and Mondays. I might hop on late, maybe after the game, but I'm here Tuesday, Wednesday. What is it? Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, we're here at least 4 days a week. Vals, I never told you my team this year is 12 man, full PPR. Mahomes, ETN, Monty, Chase, Watson, Hawkinson, Lockett, Puka, Algier, Gainwell, Rita, Kareem Hunt. 12 man. Mahomes, ETN, Monty, Chase, Watson, Hawkinson, Lockett, Puka. Yeah, I like it. I know Watson is out, but you got Lockett and Puka to fill in there. Algier's a good sell high right now. I mean, he's still going to get some work, but we starting to see Bijan, starting to see how good this guy is. It's going to be hard to take him off the field. Snags, what up, Snags? Want to trade for Kamara? Who are a few people who you would try to get him? What's the value? Are we talking redraft? Are we talking dynasty or redraft? I'm going to go off of redraft, but Kamara, who can you come off of to go and get Kamara? Tyler Algier. Um, Swift could be a good sell high. You might be able to get Kamara plus though. Um, I don't know if you how you guys feel about James Conner. If he actually plays the whole season, he is an older back. He's got some injury issues. I don't think you get into James Cook. Mm, you want to trade for Kamara? Well, who's on your team? How about that? Who's on your team that maybe we can make this trade? Let me know who's on your team. I don't think I see it in the chat. Okay, redraft. Okay, throw your team in the chat, and I'll see if I'll give you some ideas that you can kind of throw out there to go and get. Should I trade Lockett and Hawkinson for Kelsey? The guy said he wouldn't oppose it. No, no. I like Lockett. I mean, Vals, you have Mahomes. Okay, so you'd get the Kelsey stack, but then you'd lose Lockett. I mean, Hawkinson is a monster though. He's a beast. I know Kelsey is Kelsey, but I think I might want to hold on to Lockett because Watson's been injured. I mean, who knows if he gets injured again? If Cup comes back, like what is Puka at that point? I do still think he'll be a solid wide receiver too, but just in case, what if he's not? Stack is nice, but I don't know if you necessarily need it. If you wanna go for Kelsey, then go ahead. But I don't know if necessarily you need to here in this situation. RGQ said, "Thanks, bro. I've been thinking about this Waller Henry situation the whole day. Been asking around. It seems Waller is the play. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. RG, appreciate you. Anytime, man. Anytime. D's nuts. What up, brother? MT and Breida, Kareem Hunt for DJ Moore. Michael Thomas and Breida Hunt for. I don't think Breida and Hunt even really matter. So it's basically Michael Thomas for DJ Moore. Yeah, give me DJ Moore. I mean, I know Michael Thomas has been decent lately, but he's got to make it through a whole season. Olave has been hogging targets over there, and Shahid's been pretty good as well. But 9 targets last week for Michael Thomas. I mean, 7 for 55, but he's got no touchdowns. He's not getting a ton of yards. But give me DJ. Give me DJ. Vite Queen, if streaming tight ends, I know you aren't a Mayfield fan. No, I'm not. I do like Otten though. I do like Otten. I do like Otten. Only roster 2% of leagues. Yeah, because people don't look at the tight ends like that. Yeah, Otten's been has been a guy I liked even last year. I mean, he had 6 targets last week, 41 yards, so he could get some decent work if you need to stream. But I think there's just better options other than Otten that are out there even to stream. So I think that's why kind of nobody's really been on him. But I do like Otten a little bit, dynasty wise, but he can be replaced at any point, man. How much fab you spending on Akers and redraft? I mean, typically it's like 20, 30%. I don't know if I would even want to do that for Akers, but I mean, the good thing about Akers is he's going to a team that scores points. I mean, we're a team that's going to be trying to score a lot. Um, does he get goal line work? I don't know. So I don't know, maybe 20%. Maybe 20%. I don't know if I do much more than that. But at the same time, you guys know your league more than me. Okay. There are some leagues where people just blow their fab. There are some leagues where people are more conservative with it. So, you guys know the league more than me. So kind of just see like or look back. I mean, look in the chat. I mean, look at who's picked up who lately. How much are people spending? How much fab do people have left? Look at all those things and then try and determine how much really you should spend. But typically, I get it's like 20, 30%. Exactly. I'll wait and hold out. Appreciate you. So you think Cook is better than White? If I'm yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Cook is better than White. He's on a better offense. He's on an offense that can, that can score. I know right now they're kind of like back to back RB, 17 and 18. Um, but yeah, James Cook is on the better squad. I like James Cook better. But again, they are like relatively close. What am I looking at here? Hold on. Oh, I'm looking at fantasy points in general. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know how valuable that first is. Like your format's a little bit different. I don't play in many like keeper leagues, so if that first is going to be really valuable for next year, then I'll take White in the first. Um, I'll take White in the first. I'm not sure how valuable that is in that specific format. Apex, what up? Should I trade away Saquon and Sky Moore for Garrett Wilson, Rashard, and Algier? I have Bijan. I mean, the problem with Saquon is like even when he comes back, he's going to be playing injured. Like he's not going to be 100% healthy. Sky Moore is a guy that I like, but more towards I think as the season goes on, maybe he'll get more work. I mean, Garrett Wilson, Rashard White, Algier. So you get the backup to Bijan. You get Rashard White, who's okay, and then you get Garrett Wilson. So it's tough to give up Saquon, but what's the rest of the team? What's the rest of the team look like? Can you afford to give up Saquon? I guess is the main question. If you can afford to lose Saquon and this helps you out more, getting Garrett Wilson and then Rashard and Algier, then I'm fine with it. But it's tough for me to give up Saquon unless the rest of your team is kind of is really good. Okay, you got James Conner as RB3. Wide receivers are poor. Devonta Godwin lost Deontay to IR. That's okay. Deontay will be back. Deontay will be back. So Devonta Godwin, Garrett Wilson. Uh, so who would your running backs be since you're losing Saquon now? It would be Bijan, Rashad White, and Algier. Would that be kind of and then James Conner as well? Would that be your running backs? Snag said, "I'm in 10 leagues, just moving in all of them, trying to buy low." Yeah, yeah, man, absolutely. That's what you got to do. Just go. That's what you got to do. See your value on Kamara. Yeah, I mean it's tough because it really doesn't matter how we value Kamara, how you or how I do. It matters like who has Kamara, how they value him. So, take a look at that team. Are they 0-2? Are they 2-0? I mean, what do they need? Do they need a running back? Do they need a wide receiver? What do they need? And then, in that sense, then you can kind of offer because they're going to want something to give up Kamara. So we've got to find out what they need and attack it in that way. 0-2 in a couple. Yeah, it's how can I turn it around? Line up for this league is T-Law, Pacheco, Kamara, Ford, Herbert, Roshan, Smith, Amari, Puka, Flowers. I mean, I think you're okay at wide receiver. Smith, Puka, Flowers, Amari. I mean, you got Kelsey. So I mean, I don't know if it was you that wrote in the chat earlier, like why is it that you're 0-2? Is it because you just played the wrong teams? Um, or is like your team just not not producing enough? I mean, you got Puka, he's been awesome. Flowers, Amari, Ford, Herbert. I mean, Pacheco's an issue, you know. I would say, is there a way to trade up like London and Dotson? Who needs wide receivers? Like you've got a bunch of wide receivers that you can use. So who needs wide receivers in your league? And see if you can get a running back. What combination of receivers, can you trade here to go get a running back? So see who needs a wide receiver, and then see what running backs they have, and attack from there. I mean, if you don't think you're going to have a great chance, maybe we got to spice it up. Go get a JT. So we got to take we got to take chances. Got to take chances. Got to take chances. Let me go back to. All right, where was I at here? D's nuts said, "Bro, absolutely get Kelsey. What the fuck?" Well, when you've got Hawkinson, who is averaging 22 points a game right now. Is this full PPR? Hold on, let me pull up full PPR. 18.6 points per game right now. The tight end one. Um, and Kelsey's awesome, but he's also is a little bit injured. So how safe do you feel with getting Kelsey? On top of that, he was giving up Lockett, who was his actual wide receiver two, I think, if I'm not mistaken, because Christian Watson has been out. So that was the little reasoning that for that too. But like I said, if you want to go get Kelsey and go for that, go for the gusto, take that chance. Absolutely, go and get him. 10 team, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. Lamar, Lamb, AJ Brown, Lockett, Bijan, James Cook, Waller, Mike Williams. That's an awesome squad, man. Monty, you got Dell on the bench, Warren, Shaheed, Hunter, Henry. I don't really see any glaring moves to make. I'm fine with James Cook as your RB2. Bijan, I mean, Lamb, AJ Brown, Lockett, Mike Will. I don't know if there's necessarily a glaring move to make. Can you cheer up from Lockett maybe? Dell just had a really good game. Can you give up Lockett and Dell and tear up to, some kind of top 12 guy? Mike Williams, I guess you can say the same. But there's nothing glaring there. I mean, you have a good squad there. Might drop Warren for Tajay Spears. Derrick Henry's old, already hurt. Yeah, I mean, either of those guys, Warren would be the guy if Najee gets hurt. Spears has been getting some work, so absolutely, man. I'm okay with that. If you think Henry's going down, they're both backup RBs. Just a matter of who's going to get hurt, either Najee or Henry, if any of those guys get hurt. Pick one for the flex this week: Moss at Ravens, Connor versus Cowboys, Jacoby Myers versus Steelers. And Connor's been killing it too, but that's a tough Cowboys D. Jacoby versus the Steelers. I know Devontae's a little bit banged up, so I mean, keep an eye on that. Jacoby could be a good play. I'd probably go Moss or Myers. The thing with Connor is, like, even though if they're losing, like, he's still probably getting work. Like, let me pull up Connor right quick. Seriously. James. All right. So 14 attempts week 1, 23 in week 2. I mean, he had 5 catches in that week 1 game. Last game, no catches, only 1 target. With Devontae's concussion. All right, so he's back at practice. All right, so it looks like he's good. Let's go with Moss. He's only RB there. Let's go with Moss in this one. Connor is a very close second though. It's just that Cowboys D just has me a little bit worried where they might have to be throwing the ball a ton. Boba ranked these RBs for this season in redraft: Ford Jacobs, Brian Robinson, James Cook. Jacobs, James Cook, Brian Robinson, and Ford. Ford and Brian Robinson is close, but James Cook definitely over those guys. Guys with these RBs want Tua. Okay, this is a one QB league. You have two on the bench, or have Mostert as well. But Jeff Wilson comes back soon if he comes back. He's on IR, but the way they were talking when he got injured, they were like, "Oh, we'll see how his body reacts if he can come back or something like that." Like, I have worries that he even comes back. Let's see. It says he should return after 4 games. Mike, see, like he was vague about the expected return. Like that was what worried about me. I forgot what the actual comment was. Midsection and finger details have not yet been, been disclosed. So I think Mostert still gets a lot of work, and I'm okay with moving him. But you've got to if you have him on your squad, you got to play him right now. You got to play him. RB's got hurt in the middle of the game. Yeah, but it sucks. That happens. That happens, man. That happens. But appreciate everybody in the chat, guys. Smash that like, smash that subscribe if you're new. I will get to all the questions here. Just have a little bit of patience. I will get to you. Langdon, would you trade Jacobs for Brian Robinson and George Pickens? Yeah, actually, I think I would. I do think Jacobs probably bounces back. Like the thing with Jacobs is that he's getting a ton of usage. It just hasn't really, converted to anything. He had 5 catches last game. I mean, I do think that it does get better. But if you need a wide receiver, then I'm okay with moving off. But Brian Robinson is going to be an RB2. He's not going to have an RB1 finish, I wouldn't think. So it's tough. That's tough there. If you don't trust Jacobs and you need a wide receiver, then fine. But my problem with George Pickens is that Deontay's going to come back, right, sooner or later. And then you're kind of going to have a wide receiver 3 and an RB2 where Jacobs is an RB1. So I think it depends on your situation. If you need to spice shit up and bring in some other guys, then yeah. Um, I honestly think I want to keep Jacobs though. Just the upside is just so much higher than any of the other guys, I feel like. But let's keep Jacobs unless you're in absolute need of a wide receiver. Mega Brick, full PPR, Tutu, Dotson, Breida, Dillon. Oh, hold on. This is all coming back. My bad. They I'm getting doubles of everything. Let me get back to where it should be. Come on, come on. My bad, guys. I'm just kind of getting back on track of where I was. Here we go. Redraft. Diaz. We've got Watson, Chase, Amari, Olave, Sanders, Javante, Kyron, Schultz, Sutton, Kamara, Kendre, Moss, Sean Tucker, Dowdle, Craig Reynolds, and JT on IR. 0-2. 8 teams. Oh, 8 teams make the playoffs. Okay. Feel like if I just hold, I will make the playoffs in this 12 team. Chase, Amari, Olave, Sanders, Javante. Yeah. Yeah. Is this one of those like you just played the wrong guys? I mean, you have a good enough squad where you should be able to make the playoffs, especially if it's if 8 teams are making the playoffs. And yeah, I might just hold here and see what happens within the next few weeks. Javante, Kyron. I mean, Amari's got to stay healthy. Andre Moss. You can try and upgrade, but I think I'm with you on this that with 8 teams making the playoffs, I might just hold. When JT comes back, if JT comes back, hopefully he comes back. You'll be in better position as well. King Ahmed, what's up, man? I just traded Chase and Ramondre for Olave and Bijan. Fucking, yeah, I'll take it, baby. Smash. Smash. Give me Bijan. I know Chase. Is awesome. It is a 10 man though, so it sucks. I haven't. You might be able to roll by just with Chase or Ramondre, but if you were worried about the Burrow and just wanted to get out of that situation, I think that's a great trade. You got Olave and Bijan, so I like it. I like it, Ahmed. With close matchups, kickers can even be an N factor. Yeah, I hate that. A lot of people now are getting away from kickers. How do I choose my kickers? First off, you need to look at the weather, and I will actually put in. Let me type it in the chat here. What I look at for the weather. It's Roto Grinders. So I'm going to put that in the chat. Y'all can check that out. I like to use that for kickers. So are they playing indoors? Are they playing outdoors? What is the weather going to be like? I think those are all very important things when you're trying to determine which kicker that you want to play. So check out that website. But yeah, weather, indoor, outdoor, the matchup matters as well. So all those things I'm looking at Maher and Nick Folk as positive alternatives. You have Sanders. Let's see. I haven't really looked into the weather yet. It says right now it says decent shot of a shower or a storm. So I'm gonna hold out until we get closer because every day, it's gonna change. So I would hold out for now and then make that decision. Make that decision at the end. But Folk has been awesome. I think. Pull him up real quick. Yeah, I mean he's killing it. Folk is killing it. They're playing at Cleveland. I mean, I'd be okay if you wanted to just grab Folk instead. But the thing with Folk is that Titans team, they're not great offensively. So once they get down, into field goal position, like if they're not converting, they're kicking a field goal. So that's the great thing about Nick Folk. So I might just you could just pick up Nick Folk if you want. Otherwise, just if you want Sanders, just kind of feel out the weather and then take it from there. Adrian, what's up, man? Should I start Jordan Love or Justin Fields? I think with the way Fields has been playing, it might have to be Love, who's thrown 3 touchdowns in each of the first 2 games. We got the Packers at the Saints, who is actually a pretty good defense here, and then we've got Fields. Who's Fields playing? Who's Fields playing this week against the Chiefs? So he said he wants to run a lot more this game. I don't know if we can trust them. They are going against the Chiefs, so they might be down. They might be having a throw. I don't know if that helps him or not. Um, but we know kind of the upside that Fields has. Is this 4 point or 6 point? Let me pull up Jordan Love right quick because Jordan Love is 3 touchdowns in each of the first 2 games. Does he wind up cooling down now that we go into New Orleans? Or is Fields the safer play? I mean, mm, Jordan Love is literally QB6 right now. So if you want to play it safe, maybe we go with Jordan Love and Fields maybe just has that upside. So it's tough, but I actually might go Jordan Love here until Fields shows that he can be better. What's with the injuries? Yeah, man, it's horrible. Everybody's getting hurt. The running backs are getting hurt. This is why I hate running backs, especially in Dynasty. This is why we build our team around the wide receivers and the other positions, and then kind of fill in the running backs when you need because it's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard. And Fields and Tua. Okay, guy wants Tua from me, and I could use a running back. He has Ford, Jacobs, James Cook, and B. Rob. Probably want the best guy there in Jacobs. I mean, if you feel like you want to roll with Fields the rest of the way, you want to trade Tua. I mean, James Cook would be the second guy probably, but give me Jacobs. Give me the upside in Jacobs. Let me chase that. Let me chase that. Especially if we need to make a move, let's just chase it. Brandon Cooks, Jacoby, or Zach Moss. Sit one. Is Brandon Cooks okay now? Is he definitely playing? Returns, he's limited. All right, limited at practice. So going against Arizona, it is a good matchup. Moss isn't a great matchup. And then we've got Myers. Jacoby against Pittsburgh. We got to sit one of those guys. Shit. Gotta be. Maybe we sit Cooks. I don't know if they're winning by a lot. Maybe we sit Cooks. I think I'm interested in playing Jacoby, especially with the targets he got that first game. I dropped Pierce today for Hunt. I wonder if Hunt will ever eventually take over with him having the. No, I don't think. In my opinion, he's not taking over. Ford is going to be the guy unless he loses the job. Hunt will be coming in for certain situations or to give some breathers. I mean, do we see a 70-30 backfield? I don't think we're seeing 50-50. There's a reason why Hunt was not on a team, why nobody wanted him, even with the injuries that have been happening to all the running backs. Nobody wanted to pick up Hunt. I mean, he's slower now. He's older. He's not the same Kareem Hunt that he was years ago. Hey, Kareem Hunt and Cam Akers for Rashid and Mostert. Yeah, I do that. Give me those guys. Give me those guys. I don't think Hunt or Akers is taking over, so yeah. Again, appreciate everybody in the chat, guys. Smash that like for me. Smash that subscribe if you're new. I'll get to all the questions here. Brian, is the Puka shit legit? I'm waiting for him to drop back down to earth. Listen, there's no more denying Puka. Puka is legit. Puka's legit. Puka's very legit. If you watched any of my videos after the combine, I did talk about Puka. He was a guy that I liked. I told everybody, your 4th round draft pick, you're drafting Puka. You're not taking anybody else but Puka in the 4th round of your rookie drafts. And if you listened and you took Puka, you're very happy. Obviously, he'll come back down to earth. What he has right now is a quarterback that can really throw the football. Matt Stafford is slinging it. He doesn't look injured. He doesn't look like his arm hurts from last year at all. So as long as Stafford is the quarterback, Puka is going to be a thing. He's going to be a wide receiver 1 going forward until Cooper Kupp comes back. Once Cooper Kupp comes back, then maybe he's a wide receiver 2. The one thing with Puka is that he's always gotten injured in the past. He's a very physical kind of player. He doesn't just go down. He is willing to take hits, and that could be, a detriment to him. Obviously, he was already hurt. I think it was the ribs, or whatever it was. So, yeah, but Puka's legit. I don't think we can deny Puka anymore. So he's a must start until at least Cup comes back. 10 team, half PPR, 2 flex. Just got offered Olave and Kamara for Andrews, Sanders, and Addison. Olave and Kamara you give up Andrews, Sanders, and you give up Addison. My other tight end is Kelsey. Okay, so if you got Kelsey, I'm fine with getting rid of Andrews. You gave up Sanders for Kamara. I'm good with that. And Addison for Olave. Yeah, let's do it. I got it. I like it. Olave, give me Olave, Kamara. Wait, what is it? Give me got offered Olave and Kamara for Andrews, Sanders, and Addison. Yeah, give me Olave and Kamara for those guys. And you're overpaying maybe a little bit because you're throwing Andrews in there. But if you got Kelsey, you don't need it. Give me Olave and Kamara. Really need help at RB. All right, Derek, let's see what you got. Madison, Mostert, Sanders, and Hunt. Okay. And you got offered Olave and Kamara. Yeah, take Olave and Kamara. I take Olave and Kamara there. Wavy, what up, Wavy? Where's that Travis Etienne value at right now? I want another elite RB. Should I do Judy and Pierce or am I? No, I'm okay with doing Judy and Pierce. I'm okay with doing that. Judy has a good opportunity to be, to be the guy over there. I don't know how much we trust it. I don't know. But if you want ETN, that's what you're going to have to pay pretty much to get ETN. So I'm okay with that, Wavy. I'm okay with that. Go get yourself some ETN. The only Giants I'm starting is Waller. Maybe Daniel Jones, if you're in super flex leagues, but that's it. Waller, and that's all. No problem, Marty. Appreciate you, bro. It's not going to be hard for any running back to take over Madison. So go in on Akers. Yeah, I just don't think Akers is that great that he's just going to take over. I don't think Minnesota wants him to take over. I think they just want another guy. They just want another body. Madison hasn't been great, but I mean, shit, neither has Akers. So I don't know. We'll see what happens over the course of the season. Obviously, that's a possibility. I just don't think they're just automatically going to let Akers just overtake Madison. I think it'll just be kind of a split backfield. It's going to be rough to play any of those guys. 10 team, 1 QB. Okay. Mahomes, Pollard, Bijan, Olave, Pittman, Godert. Pollard, Bijan, Olave, Pittman, Godert. Bench, Pacheco, Myers, Sutton, Higbee, Warren, Gainwell, Zach Moss, Deontay on my IR. I don't see any glaring moves to make right now. You've got Deontay on IR, so he'll come back sooner or later. So you'll be okay there. I mean, can you trade us Sutton and Meyer? I mean, I don't know. It's tough. You don't really have anywhere where you need to absolutely tear up. I mean, I'm not a huge Pittman guy, but he's been awesome so far. You've got T, you know. No, I mean, can you upgrade Pittman or can you upgrade Goddard to a Hawkinson, Kelsey, or Andrews, which is going to be very difficult. So I don't know if there's any exact moves to make right this moment, Ahmed. Who's your sleeper RB that's probably still available in most leagues? Still available in most leagues? Um, any backup running back is going to be a guy like I've had Jerome Ford in a bunch of leagues. Any backup running back to a workhorse is a really good guy to have. I mean, and still on waivers. um, See if I can find anyone just by initially looking here. Latavius Murray is a stash. I mean, I have some videos out. Check out the videos I have put out. Latavius Murray's a decent stash for now at RB. Uh, Kendre Miller, but he's going to play. He's about to play now. Zach Evans um, wasn't active last week. He's on the practice squad right now. But eventually, at some point in the season, I do expect them to bring him up because I mean, Royce Freeman. I think Evans can beat him out for at least that third spot. Possibly move up in the second spot over Ronnie Rivers. So that would be a guy. Latavius Murray. I like Latavius Murray because Damian Harris can't stay healthy. I mean, it's an awesome offense for the Bills. Latavius Murray, could he see the goal line work? Maybe eventually. Um, Antonio Gibson, and I'm not sure if people are off of him yet. If people have released him, I think he's a guy that'll get more work as the season goes on. See if I can find anybody else. I mean, Rico Dowdle, he's the backup. You want to have him. Like I said, any of those backups, Tank Bigsby, Charbonnet, Sean Tucker. That's just kind of reading off a few. Really wish I could grab Jacob so I could stack him with Myers and Adams. I mean, I don't know how excited I would be about stacking and having all three of those guys because it's not like that's an offense that is like all that great. Is he a better flex play than Mike Williams? Um, I don't think so. I don't think so because I like the Chargers offense. I like Justin Herbert. I mean, 13 targets last week from Mike Williams. 8 for 83. They're going against a Minnesota defense that has not been that good. So I think I like Mike Williams over him for this week. Randy, what's up, Randy? Appreciate you tuning in, brother. Start Brees versus New England or Ford versus Tennessee. Also, have you looked into Amon-Ra's injury? Unsure. Yeah, apparently Amon-Ra's got the turf toe. It obviously wasn't that much of a concern that he was able to come back in the game last game, but it is something that can linger or something that can get worse. So it is a little bit of a caution, a little bit something to be worried about, but I think he's fine. He's going to play. It's just a matter of how much it really hurts. And if he was able to finish playing last game, come back in and play that last game, I don't know how bad it actually is, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Listen, Tennessee's defense is really good. I don't know if this is the perfect week to play Ford, but I mean, Brees against New England. I don't know how much Brees is going to get. He did, vocalize his concern last week. How he wasn't used. So does he get used a lot more this week? Possibly. The thing with Ford is he's going to get the majority of the work. Titans defense is good. Um, they're both risky because Ford's going against a good defense, and then Brees, we don't know how much he's actually going to play. So it's a matter of what do you feel more of? Do you feel like just the opportunities that Ford's going to get might just be more ideal than the opportunities that Brees is going to get? I would have to think Brees gets more carries though after he spoke up about that. So mm, maybe it's Brees this week, but I think I'm going to play Ford because I don't know how much Brees is going to get work. I think they really need to fix whatever's going on there in the backfield. After last week, I'm barely getting any carries. It's like, what the hell? So yeah, give me Ford like barely. Again, I don't love the matchup, but Derek, no problem, man. Appreciate you. Who do I start at flex, Najee or Garrett Wilson? I think the Jets are playing the Pats. Najee, who hasn't done anything, is playing the Raiders. I think we have to play Garrett Wilson until Najee is able to do something. Right? I think we have to. Yeah, give me Garrett Wilson until Najee can kind of get everything together, or the Steelers actually in general. Super said just got offered Debo and Ken Walker for CD PPR. Debo and Ken Walker for no, I'm not giving up CD. I like Ken Walker, but I'm not giving up CD. I'm holding on to C Key with that. He was limited. Yeah, yeah. Reese Smith practiced today. Yeah, I mean, again, he's a guy coming off of injury, so does he miss a Wednesday of practice every once in a while? Possibly. But something to keep an eye on, right? Keep an eye on. Keep an eye on him. Let's see. Was there anything that like kind of flared up or anything, or did you just miss it just because? Yeah, I mean that's the normal limited at practice plan. It has injury management, so that's just because of the injury from last year. So I wouldn't look too into it. Yeah, maintenance day. So I wouldn't go too crazy into it. But of course, it's always something to keep an eye on. Always something to keep an eye on. Braden, what's up, man? I got the second wave. Should I go for Jerome Ford or Kareem Hunt? Jerome Ford. Jerome Ford. If you get to choose between one of the two, give me Jerome Ford. Appreciate you tuning in, Braden. Smash that like for me. Smash that subscribe, guys, if you're new. Appreciate all of y'all. Crazy that Craig Kraft has scored more PPR points than Jamar Chase. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the whole offense has been bad. Burrow's been bad. He's hurt. Good buy low opportunity for Chase, but yeah, man, that is kind of crazy. Cowbell, what up? I got a trade. Here we go. Pollard, Adams, Ertz for Hill, Javante, Connor, and Higby. So you're giving up Pollard, Adam, and Ertz. You're getting Cheetah, Javante, Connor, and Higby. I'm taking the Cheetah side pretty easily here. Give me Cheetah, Javante, and Connor. I don't really care about Higby, but if he's in the deal, fine. Gotta be the cheetah side here. Has to be. You know, you lose a little bit with Pollard, but you do go to Javante. I do think he gets more work as the season goes on here. He's looking pretty good. I mean, Pirine didn't get much work last game, so I kind of like that. My worry was playing Garrett Wilson over Najee as Bill Belichick. That's true. That's true. But I mean, Najee's given you what 5 points a game the last 2 games, so it's tough to bank on Najee. The thing with Garrett Wilson is, as we saw last week, all he needs is one catch to make a play. So for that reason, I'm gonna go with Wilson. But I mean, it is a worry, of course. Vite Queen said competition at RB in Minnesota will be good for the team. Unfortunately, it'll take some time. Yep. Cousins got to keep throwing. JJ and Hawkinson still need something in the backfield. Yeah, yeah, we're definitely gonna need something in the backfield. And hopefully this offensive line gets fixed up. And we're okay. But Brees was limited, and he's going to blow up this week because they want to keep him healthy. Yeah, yeah. I mean, just reading into it, it's his normal kind of. It's a normal. It was a normal thing for him. It's just part of his kind of load management kind of thing. So I'm not worried about it. Or say Simp said, picked up Seattle defense. Should I roll with them or get the Steelers? Try to hold on for the season. I mean, I don't know if you got to worry about the season, but Seattle or Steelers have got the Raiders and Seattle. Where's Seattle at? Seattle's at the Panthers. Yeah, give me. I mean, they're home against the Panthers. Give me. Give me Seattle. I don't even love that D, to be honest. I mean, I guess you can roll with the Steelers. Who's it? Like the Steelers have a couple good matchups the next couple weeks. Is that why you're saying that? Let's check out who they got. Let's check it out. Yeah, Steelers got the yeah. Give me the Steelers because they got the Texans next week. You could play them for at least the next 2 weeks. I'll take the Steelers there. Take the Steelers. The Citizen, what's up, man? I got to offer Eckler for Puka. I have Chase, Adams, and Cup. Running backs are Gibbs, Javante, and Connor. Hmm. Chase, Adams, and Cup. But you're giving up Puka because if Cup has more injuries, if Cup doesn't come back and be the same or have injuries and doesn't finish the season, like you're gonna really want Puka on the squad. But yeah, I'm okay with getting Eckler. Give me Eckler. Hope that Cup comes back and is okay. But give me the upside with Eckler at the running back position. And then you can always make a move if you need a wide receiver, after that. It's a tough one, but yeah, man. Jamie said, Stevie, man, you're fucking awesome. Always love, enjoy chilling, listening to your live podcast. Well, I appreciate you, Jamie. I mean, I do it for you guys. You guys are why I'm here. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy hanging out, just talking fantasy, talking football. But appreciate you, Jamie, and everybody else out there. Make sure you guys smash that like for me and smash that subscribe if you're new. Eckler for Puka is crazy. Yeah, listen, Puka's going crazy right now. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, it's not going to stop. Even when Cup comes back, like maybe it'll slow down a little bit. He won't be getting 15, 20 targets, but he's going to be getting at least 10 targets. I mean, the rest of that team is trash. Van Jefferson, I mean, no. Tutu's been balling out lately, but he's going to be kind of like the odd man out once Cup comes back. As long as Stafford is healthy and they have a QB, if Stafford's throwing the ball how he's throwing the ball, like Puka's going to be really good. But yeah, I'll definitely take Eckler there and then see what happens with Cup. How do I feel about the Vikings this season? We fucking suck, man. We suck so far. We should have won that first game, but if we win this next game, so we've got the Chargers right? And I've been saying it on the past few streams. We've got the Chargers next week. This is a must win. If we can win next week and get to 1-2 in week 4, because if we get to 3-3 going into week 7, I'd be happy. So if we got to beat the Chargers, and then the next week we've got the Panthers in week 4. So now we're 2-2. Now we're sitting at 2-2 if we win these next 2 weeks. And I know this is wishful thinking, but this is what we got to do. Week 5, we've got the Chiefs, and most likely that's an L. So we're 2-3. And then week 6, we've got the Bears. I think is Week 6, we got the Bears. So if we're 3-3 going into week 7, where we play the 49ers, which is going to be a tough game. And then week 8, we've got the Packers, so another tough game. So I mean, if we can get to 3-3, 4-4, and kind of take it from there, that's kind of how we're gonna have to do it, man. It's crazy, man. People overpaying, overreacting for Puka and Kyron. Yeah, man. Well, especially I think Dynasty. Dynasty's been very crazy with Puka and Kyron. I mean, I don't think Kyron is the future. He's awesome this year, and he's got the opportunity. Running backs, you have to take it like on a year-to-year thing, like because every year things change. And situations change and opportunities, right? So Akers is the odd man out. Kyron is the guy right now. Now, they were looking for an RB. They were trying to get RBs, before the season and during the offseason. So, Kyron is easily replaceable next year. But for this year, I mean, he's going to be the guy for this year. He's going to be the guy. And then Puka, like I alluded to before, if Cup doesn't come back, I mean, Puka is wide receiver 1 status right now. And when he does, maybe he's a wide receiver 2, at worst, maybe a wide receiver 3. But in Dynasty, I mean, yeah, if you can get a first for Puka, easy sell at this point. Last week I was saying to sell him for a second because you got him for a fourth. If you can get a second for him, that's a win. Because you got to think, obviously, past Stafford, after the Stafford days, what is Puka going to be? Quarterback plays a big role, right? What's the big differences between all these other guys out there, right? The DJ Moores, the Terry McLaurins. I mean, swap them with, put them on the Bills, on the Chiefs. I mean, and you tell me if they're not going to put up wide receiver 1 numbers. So the quarterback definitely has a lot to do with it. Lewis, what's up, man? Made a trade of Eckler, St. Brown, and Michael Thomas for Jefferson, Gibbs, and Olave. I really like that trade. I really like that trade. Let me give you a little clap. I like it. I like it. Eckler, St. Brown, Michael Thomas. You get JJ, you get Gibbs and Olave. Give me that all day. That's an awesome trade, Lewis. Smash that like for me. Smash that subscriber if you're new. That's a trade. I like that. I like that. On Time Music, what's up, man? Just traded Mostert, Najee, and Love for Ramondre, Fields, and Gainwell. Mostert, Najee, and Love, Fields, and Gainwell. Okay, 14 team. It's a 14 team, and it's 1 QB. Fields has got to bounce back. Fields has got to bounce back. I don't love Gainwell. I think, Mostert's been awesome right now. Najee's obviously been shit. I mean, the main thing for this trade, I think, is Fields. Like, if Fields comes back to what he was, then you're good. Ramondre is going to be a top 12 guy, so I'm okay there. Gainwell's kind of the only part I don't like, but yeah, I don't mind it to go and get a Fields if you believe in him. I'm not a huge believer in Fields, but this is the upside play that we're going for here. And Love's played awesome lately, so I think it's a very kind of even trade. But yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, brother. Wandale Robinson, or a third 12-team superflex, or a third round pick. I mean, at this point, what is even his? I mean, you might want to keep him for the third, unless you just want the draft capital. Questionable for week 3. Hasn't made the debut yet. Mm. I think I want to hold him unless I can get a second, or if it's an early third, maybe. But I think I'd rather just hold him for that. Unless you have a plan and you plan on doing something with that third that's going to help you out, Madden's. I think I'll just hold Wandell because there is a chance that he increases his value, right? There's a chance he comes back and somehow, increases his value, gets involved in the offense. And at that point, maybe you can sell him for a second or include him in a trade. Um, I think I might want to keep him for the third, but otherwise, just take the third because you could probably still get a third at the end of the season. Like, I don't know if it's a trade you necessarily have to make right now. You know what I mean? All in one show. What's up? I traded Godwin and JT. Traded Godwin for JT. Yeah, awesome move. I like it. Give me JT. Godwin's okay, but give me the upside in JT, especially if we need, if you need a running back and we need to take a chance, man. Adrian said got offered Kamara for Najee, Josh Reynolds, and Kyle Pitts. All are on my bench. If they're all on your bench, then I'm okay with it. If they're all on your bench, you know. They're all on your bench, that's fine. Josh Reynolds has been doing well though. But yeah, if they're all on the bench, then fuck it. Give me Kamara. Let's take the chance on Kamara. Do you believe the Chargers need to fire? Yes, absolutely. They need to fire their coach. The defense is horrible. The offense is good. They produce a ton of points. They're very efficient, and they can't win because the defense is just horrible. That level of star power does not make sense why they can. Well, yeah, they're not losing necessarily because of the offense. They're losing because of the defense. They're putting up good points, but their defense is bad, and they have some good defenders. I mean, Derwin James, Bosa, Jackson, like they've got guys that can play, but there's a disconnect on the defense. They need to change the scheme. They need to change the coach. I don't know what it is. He's supposed to be a defensive coach, and the defense sucks. So I don't know. I don't know, but I think a little change of scenery absolutely, could be there for the head coach. They are dark horse because the offense is so good, but the defense is just hasn't got there yet. So I do like the Chargers. I don't know if there could be. They're a team that can definitely, sneak in and make it far. I don't know. I don't think they can win it all, though. I don't think they can win it all. Think the NFL season has been disappointing or boring or incredible? I think it's been very kind of disappointing so far. I think everybody's been a little disappointed. I mean, there's a lot of things that we thought were going to happen that didn't happen. There's a lot of things that are happening we never thought were going to happen. There's a bunch of injuries. A lot has happened. A lot of things we obviously didn't expect, like Puka obviously going crazy, Kyron Williams, like. I've been off of Akers, but nobody expected, Kyron Williams to do what he's doing. There's a lot of weird. I don't know if I want to say disappointing. I mean, I guess you could say it's kind of disappointing, but I would say more like just weird and injuries. Rough. Xavier, what's up? Deshaun, QB, James Cook, Mixon, Cheetah, AJ Brown, Darren Waller, Amari Cooper in the flex. Okay, Myers, Alvin Kamara, Gabe Davis, Kareem Hunt. I know everybody's loving Kareem Hunt right now because he's going back to the Browns. I don't necessarily love it. I think it's still Ford's job to lose, or Hunt will get some work. But Gabe Davis, okay. I mean, I like it. You got Cheetah, you got AJ Brown, you got Amari Cooper, James Cook, Joe Mixon. I mean, that's a good squad. I'd probably give you an 8-ish out of 10. I don't give anybody a 10, so don't feel bad. But yeah, you've got a good squad. I like the squad there. What's your record, Xavier? What's your record right now? About to pass out, bro. I'll catch y'all next time. All right, Jamie. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Peace out. I'm about to hop off here as well in the next few minutes. I'll give you guys a minute or two to kind of throw any last questions there, in the chat, and then otherwise we'll be getting out of here, and I'll be seeing y'all on Friday night. All right, you're 1-1, so you're all right. You're all right. Hopefully Amari is good now. I mean, he looked good last game, so we don't suck. Come on. I try and be a little bit realistic. I mean, we shouldn't have lost that first game. Like with all the turnovers we have, like I mean, we do suck at the moment. But the division is still up for grabs. That's why, like, I don't think we're out. That's why I'm like, if we get to 3-3, if we get to 4-4, like, we've got a chance. So, I think that we've got some rough games, early in this season. So, although I've always got respect for my squad. It's just very disappointing, to see. And then, the fact that we don't know what's happening next year, we're not re-signing Kirk. It's like, you know, what is happening? But I do still have faith in my boys. But we have to win this week. We've got to get to that 3-3, 4-4 mark, or else it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough, man. Are the Chiefs cooked? No, the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. But they won the Super Bowl last year with Juju as their number one wide receiver. Nothing much has changed except Juju's not there. So, no, the Chiefs aren't cooked. Chiefs will be fine. Chiefs will be fine. I'm in a 10-man PPR, so my team might be a little worse because of that. Which one was it? Xavier. He might be a little bit worse because of what, the Amari thing? Yeah, I like the squad, so I like the squad. Appreciate you, Vi Queen. Appreciate you. Tune in on Friday, guys. We'll be back Friday about 10 Eastern, Friday night. Adrian said, "Do you think the Cowboys are legit? Same old fool's gold." I mean, they've always been somewhat legit. They just have not been able to like win when they need to or win in the playoffs. But the defense is really good. So, and you got CeeDee Lamb and you got Tony Pollard. Like, you don't have to do crazy much to win. We saw them just destroy. Um, what was it? The Giants. I mean, so. Should I take Kareem Hunt and AJ Brown for Amon-Ra? I'm gonna say no. Kareem Hunt doesn't really equate in this. I have Amon-Ra ranked over AJ Brown. I did before the season. AJ Brown is a pretty good buy low. If you feel like the turf toe is going to be an issue for Amon-Ra, I mean, they are kind of in the same tier. So if you feel like there's a little bit of risk in Amon-Ra with the turf toe and you just want AJ Brown instead, I'm absolutely fine with that because I think they're kind of right there together ranking wise. So it's really a matter of who you want more, and how you feel about the Amon-Ra injury. I'd rather just keep Amon-Ra, but like I said, I'm okay with pivoting off to AJ Brown. So what is your starting line? Well, I mean, I'm in about 14 leagues, Adrian, a mixture of mostly Dynasty, but I'm in some redrafts as well. I'll give you one of my teams here. This is two wide receivers and two flexes. I'm 2-0 with this team. Patrick Mahomes, Joshua Kelly, Kyron Williams, CeeDee Lamb, Garrett Wilson, TJ Hawkinson, Jordan Addison, Kendre Miller, Dicker the kicker, and New Orleans defense this week. But I've got Jerome Ford on the bench. I've got Deontay Johnson on IR, Elijah Moore, Charbonnet. That team is 2-0 as far as my redraft. Another team I have is Tua, Javonte, Kyron, Jalen Waddle, T. Higgins, Travis Kelce, Amari Cooper, JSN on the bench. Jerome Ford. I got Jerome Ford in a ton of leagues because he's a guy I just liked. But those are just two of my squads real quick. Both of those teams are 2-0. My other redraft teams are on ESPN. Those were just some ones on Sleeper. How do you feel about Saquon? You think he'll come back in a week or two? Thinking about trying to trade Madison, Javonte for him, pull and play till he's back. I actually like Javonte. Javante's a guy I think is going to get more work, I think, as the season goes on. If you wanted to go and get Saquon, though, for that, that's fine. The only issue I have with Saquon, they said it was going to be a 3 to 4 week thing. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, he's questionable for Thursday night. It's like, what? I mean, maybe he's bionic. He heals fast. He's going to come back. the main thing with Saquon is that he's going to come back and he's still going to be like injured. He's not coming back 100%. So that just puts like more kind of injury risk on it. But I'm okay with taking the risk. If you want to trade Madison and Javonte and get the upside for Saquon, I'm fine with that. Go get him. Let's get him, Tequila. Let's get him, Tequila. I know, but chill. I know. They just get me so upset. I'm just, when we're so passionate as fans, it's just upsetting. Like, yes, we absolutely have to win. I do like that. You like that? Yeah, Kirk. Hopefully, Kirk does his thing and we take this win. Would you trade away Kyron for Marquise for Javonte? No, I'm not doing it. They just got rid of Cam Akers. There's nobody else in that backfield, so I'm gonna roll with Kyron. He's RB 2 or 3 right now. I mean, as much as I love Javonte, I'm not gonna move Kyron for Javonte right now. I'm not gonna do it at the moment. Appreciate you, Sports Spotlight. Guys, make sure you smash that like for me, smash that subscribe if you're new. Appreciate everybody out there. I'm about to get off here, so I'm going to take these last questions. Throw any last questions you guys have in the chat. You trading DJ Moore, Puka, and 2 firsts for Jamar Chase. Woof. DJ Moore, Puka, and 2 firsts for Jamar Chase. Are these going to be late first? What's the situation of these firsts? And what is the how many starters is it? How many starters is it on offense? Is it 10? Is it 8? Is it 9? And is it super flex or not, Nick? Oh, here we go. He's been made available. The best offer he's gotten is Pittman and 2 firsts. Maybe start with DJ Moore and 2 firsts in a second. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's do DJ Moore 2 firsts in a second. I don't know what this guy, what is he going to want for Chase? Does it require you having to give up Puka? That's fine. I'll get off Puka for Jamar Chase. Maybe it's DJ Moore, Puka, and 1 first. I don't know. But yeah, definitely inquire and see what you can get there. Absolutely. Late first, probably 25 and 26. Okay, so 1 QB. It's a start 9. I'll spend whatever I need to go and get Chase. I don't mind spending. I don't care about the first at this point, especially if they're going to be late in the 1 QB. Again, I'll spend whatever I need to go get Jamar Chase right here. He's available. Go and get him while you have the chance. Hit me on Instagram in the DMs if you when you're conversating with this guy, whatever comes up. Let me know. Let's see if I can help you out here. And let's try and get Chase on this team. Thanks for the help, Bo. Have a good night. Yeah, appreciate you, Adrian. Anytime, man. Anytime. Appreciate all y'all. Thanks, dude. I'm worried about the ankle. Yeah, if you're worried about the ankle, then go for it, man. I got no issue with that. They're, like I said, they're back to back for me. So whatever you like more, man. We went over the best offer already. Like you said, it is a risk, but we know it's a deal year for him. I wonder if he waits till he's 100 to come back and earn a big contract. Who knows his fantasy? Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. I'm with you, Tequila. Tingley said, thanks for the stream. Really appreciate your insights. No problem, Tingley. Anytime. I'm here. In the description should be, links to the Instagram and Facebook. I do a lot of Instagram stuff. And, you can always hit me in the DMs there if there's something, you need insight on right away. But I appreciate all you guys for coming out. It was a great stream tonight. Went on for, about 2 hours or so. So appreciate you guys. Just smash that like for me and subscribe if you're new. As always, you're awesome, man. Love the AP. I appreciate you. No, the AP jersey is not signed. It's not signed, unfortunately. I do have the Heisman up here though. That one, I mean, is like fake signed, but that's Ricky Williams' brand, Heisman. We are part of the 420 Fantasy Hustler Network, so part of the 420 crew. Ricky Williams comes on the show about once a month over there. So make sure you're following on 420 Fantasy Hustler Network as well. Because if you don't see me here on my channel, I'm over there, with those guys, talking fantasy and, doing live shows with them as well. So Reese, what up, Reese? It's been a little bit. Start Madison or Pacheco this week. Oh, Jesus. Woo. This is This is rough, man. I don't like either of those guys right now, but let's check out who are they playing real quick. We got the Chargers and Pacheco has the Bears. Oof. Yeah, give me Pacheco, man. Give me Pacheco. I think it's rough to trust Madison, but the Chiefs going against the Bears, if they're up and they need to run the ball, maybe Pacheco gets some nice work there. But that's a tough one. And like Akers first week in, like does he get a lot of work? Probably not the first week. So, you might feel more comfortable with Madison like getting more work or more carries. But again, if the Vikings are playing the Chargers, and this is going to be most likely a high scoring game, Madison might not be involved as much as we want him to be. Mm. So give me Pacheco in a close one then. Give me Pacheco in a close one. Oh man, we got to get one. Ricky Sig is sick as fuck. Yeah, man, Ricky's awesome. Ricky's awesome. I haven't been able to get on the show when he's been on yet, unfortunately. But he's on the show there like at least once a month. And then he sends merch and all that kind of stuff. So that's where we got that from. White is an option as well. Rashard White, who's the Bucks playing? Yeah, Bucks got the Eagles. That's a tough one. I don't know if I love that. Mm. I mean, you could go White just on pure volume, honestly. Like White is going to get the most volume, even though it's not a great matchup. Let's go White. Let's go White there, even though I don't love him. Even though I don't love him, man. Stay cool, man. Thanks for everything. Have a good night, dude. Don't get sucked back into it. Yeah, that's typically what happens, but that's okay. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for you guys. Just make sure you sub to the channel, Tequila Wolf. This way, come through whenever we're here. At least four nights a week. So come through and chat it up. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. You're the man. You the man, Wolf. Domir, what's up? Appreciate you for tuning in. Akers for Perrine, full PPR. Shit, that's a tough one for P Ryan because I mean P Ryan got a lot less work. Like Javante's kind of getting back into the swing of things. So like that's my worry about Perrine. And I know we all love Perrine coming in, but I mean, one carry, four targets. I mean, mm, I guess give me Akers because he's on the better team now, and maybe he is some kind of flex play going forward. Like it's going to be tough for Perrine. I mean, it's like Javante's back now, and like Perrine is just like an okay play. So it really is like whoever you like better in this situation. It might take Akers a few weeks to kind of really get going. So roll with if you're talking about just this week, I'm going to play Perrine because I don't think Akers is going to be involved much. But if this is just a trade, Akers for Perrine, then give me the Akers side because maybe it's just on the better offense, I think. But that's a real tough one. That's a tough one because Javante is just getting crazy more work nowadays, man. It's a hit or miss. I don't think either of those guys are going to be very much playable. Catch, what up, Catch? Congrats on 400 subs. Appreciate you, Catch. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Reese, my only RB2 options right now are Madison, Pacheco, and White. Yeah, what do I do? Nobody in my league wants to trade. I have Waddle, Higgins, Wilson, and Cooper as wide receivers. So yeah, I mean, looks like you're pretty set at wide receiver. I think I have to almost go Rashard White here or Pacheco. I mean, it's tough to play Madison at all in a game where they're probably going to be passing a lot against the Chargers. Pacheco against the Bears, like I said, if they're up, maybe they run a lot more with Pacheco, but I would have to think White at least gets the most opportunities out of these guys. And again, I don't love the matchup for him, but just going to go on pure touches. Like it's gotta be White. right? And like the disappointing thing about White is like going into the season, we knew that he wasn't great between the tackles. I wasn't a big Rashard White guy. He's not great between the tackles, and he played two pretty horrible defenses in Minnesota and Chicago, and still didn't do like crazy much on the ground. But yeah, give me Rashard White just because he's going to get majority of the work here. Show. I already hit you on the Instagram about. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, Nick. Just keep in contact, and let's try and make this happen, man. Let's try and make this happen. Now that I have a little more insight, so yeah, let's make it happen, man. Might get 15 carries for like, yeah, I know, but at least he's gonna get 15. Where Madison might get 8 carries for like 14 yards with that offensive line right now. So that's a tough part, but I think the best option there is either going to be White. If you don't want to play White, just play Pacheco because if they're up, maybe they give Pacheco a ton of carries, but you can't even trust that anymore. So Rashard White is just the most trustable guy there, regardless of the matchup. But again, appreciate you guys. I am about to get out of here now. I'll give y'all another 60 seconds or so to throw any last questions out there before I'm definitely out now for real. I know I've been saying that for the last 30 minutes, but I'm here for y'all. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoy the stream, enjoy the content, and you come back for more. I've got to currently now look at all my teams. I've got some inboxes, I've got some trades. So I'll spend the next 30 minutes going through my teams here and trying to see what we can make happen. But appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I will see y'all Friday night, 10 Eastern. We'll be right back here.